With beef prices on the rise, many consumers want to know how soon it's going to be before they get a little cheaper. Joining us now with this week's Bottom Line is Neil Melancon. And Neil, it has been a long, hot summer in more ways than one, particularly if you had any opportunities to fire up the grill, because steaks and burgers, man, they are higher than I've ever seen them. What's the time frame for any kind of break in this price situation?
Well, Mike, the simple answer to these questions is as soon as we get more livestock, the price for beef will come down. Short term, we may get some price break as the cows that are cramming feed yards right now get liquidated. This will make a surplus of beef short term, but any price drops will be temporary as production becomes scarce after that. As a result, beef prices are still expected to rise another 3 or 4% by the end of the year and 6 to 7% overall for 2012. Now, the way we build livestock back up is three ways. One, of course, is the physical rebuilding of the herd, which takes as long as gestation takes, so we're at least 2 years away from any significant gains in the nation's livestock herd. Second is the higher prices changing consumer demand from beef to other meats like chicken and pork. Third is the lack of demand caused by fewer cows, lowering the cost for grain. The bottom line, though, is that there's problems at all three levels. Of course, not only does it take time for gestation, but these record high prices for cattle will mean it makes more financial sense for cattlemen to sell their cows. Second, other meats are seeing diminished numbers for similar reasons to cattle. And third, any lack of demand for grain caused by fewer cattle is offset by the fact that much pasture land in the United States is being burned up in this year's drought, as well as record export demands on top of that. The good news, though, is that it looks like corn farmers will respond to all of this demand by next year, so we'll likely get a lot more acres for corn. As a result, lower prices should encourage expansion of the nation's herd and in turn, Mike, cheaper prices for us at the grocery store down the road.
And I know, Neil, as tailgating season is upon us, I think a lot of Tiger fans in particular won't really care what the price of beef is. They're going to put those burgers on the grill no matter what. Neil Melancon, thanks. And remember, you can listen to Neil's reports on the Louisiana Farm Bureau Radio Network for a list of stations where you can tune in or listen online. Click on over to our website, twilatv.org, and look for the LFB radio link on the left side of the homepage. That does it for this edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. We'll bring you encore presentations of our program over the next 2 weeks while we travel to Turkey. We'll return September 24th, which is our 30th anniversary with our program, to be focused solely on the agriculture of Turkey. Until then, you can watch any of our stories online. You know the address, twilatv.org. For all of us here at This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Michael Dana. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Hope to see you again right here next week.